This video is for Mike from Chicago. Mike was watching this old video of mine.
But being a dad, you always end up carrying something you didn't come with.
Mike was recently on vacation with his family, and he ended up carrying a jacket, a backpack, and a bottle of water. And he sent me a message saying he can carry a section of cord and a flat carabiner. I don't have a flat carabiner, but I do have a microfin. And he'd be able to carry his family stuff no problem. Which reminded me of the question I often get, how much paracord should I carry? And the answer is 6 feet. The 6 feet of paracord I have is fastened with a little leather toggle. We can slide it down and then release our cord. There we go. This will come in handy later. So what we'll do is create a system where we can use our cord to carry our hoodie and our bottle of water. The backpack has straps. We'll just assume that it's full. But this is going to create a sling that we can carry both items. First thing we'll do is give ourselves plenty of room. So I'm going to wrap around once and twice. Okay, that's the cord we want down below. Now I'm going to give this an ignition twist, create that loop. And with the end, I'll go from the back, up through the rabbit hole, around the tree, and then back down through the rabbit hole. Okay, we're creating a simple bowline. There we go. I don't want this large, so I'm just going to hold my finger here and slide it down. All right, this is what we want. This is about, 3 fingers. Tighten that up. All right, down here below, we have a loop, and with this loop, we're going to tie a sheep end. So what I'll do is take my end, I'll go up, and I'm going to go around that loop, and then I'll pick up a little window there, and I'll put my free end right through it. Okay, there's my sheep end. These are identical knots here. Bowline and the sheep end are basically the same. I don't want this loop to be so long, so what I'm going to do is shorten this so that it's just as long as the other 2 strands. So let's pick this up. I'll shorten it. There we go. Pull this tight. All right, we have our little 3-strand container, and this is going to act as our carabiner. But it's only part way done. We need a stopper knot over here, so I'll roll this towards me once. I'll roll it towards me twice, and I have a window there. That little piece of cord through that window, I'm going to poke it up and pull it tight. I've just created a slip knot. Let's tighten this down. Okay, now with this end, there's 2 sides to this knot. I have the folded arm side and then the back. I want to bring the cord around the back. Okay, and then through the loop, and I'll collapse this down. Oops. And what that does is create a stopper knot. You can see that we have a strand going around this side, 2, 3. We have 3 equal sides. This increases the diameter from the rope, and now we can stop it as we put it inside of our container here. Now for the other end, remember how we tied that sheep end? We're going to treat these 3 strands as a single loop, and we're going to tie another sheep end. So I'll go up through the middle, I'll go around, pull this up from my window, and then tuck it right in. There we go. We'll pull this tight, and that'll hold just fine. So now what we have is our loop, our long loop. This will serve as our shoulder strap, and this is our little carabiner. And what'll happen is I'll take my stopper knot, I'll put it into my container, and then when I pull it down, it holds, it gets caught, and when I lift it up, it falls free. All right, so the hoodie, I'll fold it halfway about. I'll take my stopper knot, bring it into my container. There we go. That's going to hold like that. So to hold my water bottle, I'll use a marlinspike hitch. There's my hole down there. I'll twist it once. I'll twist it twice. I'll pull this out. This is going to be my marlinspike hitch, but instead of my thumb, it's going to contain my water bottle neck. There we go. Okay, let's put it on. All right, here I am, the coolest dad on vacation. If you need a water bottle, I'll just pop it right off from the top. There we go. Oh, did you say you need your hoodie? I'll just separate this toggle. There you go. And here's that close-up. The hoodie is tied into the little toggle system we made. All we do is lift it up and it slips right out. Now another option instead of the toggle container, what you can do is use a loop. I fused the ends together, and I'll take my toggle, I'll place it through and just create a girth hitch right through it. There we go. This will hang on your crossbody, and then you can place your hoodie in here and then slide the toggle down. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, you can pick up your very own paracord or Paramax at my shop, awesomeforsale.com. And for the rest of this month, if you order any rope or cord, I will send you 8 of these leather toggles free of charge along with your order. Now, they're not just for storing rope. Let me show you what else you can use them for. They work well if you're making a bracelet and you want to have a little adjuster there. And they work great to tie in items to your pack. Maybe you wouldn't use a hatchet on your rucksack, but if you did, it would stay on there just fine.